Hey YouTube, so I got a bunch of shit since last video, who would have guessed? But I wanted to definitely go over the story with you quickly. I found a guy on Craigslist. He was selling 75 Sega Genesis games in the box, most of them with manuals, 7 Sega Genesis Model 1 consoles, all the hookups, and 20 Sega Genesis controllers, along with a 32X and a 32X crossover cable, which is about $40 just for that cable alone. He didn't even know what it was, but he had it and it was included. What else was included? Sega Genesis joystick, which is only like 15 bucks, but it's still awesome that he threw that in as well. All that stuff that I just mentioned, I got for basically free. Like the price, he had no idea what any of it was worth. I actually kind of felt bad buying it for the price that I did, but I did, and there's nothing I can do about it now. Out of all those games that I purchased, and that was included. The ones that really caught my eye that I wanted to just show off, I'm not going to go through them all. You've seen pretty much the basic Sega Genesis games. That's what they all are. But there was a few in there that really made me buy this just straight up because of these games. These games alone that I'm going to mention equal more than what I paid for every single thing that I just mentioned from, total. First thing, Phantasy Star 2 for the Sega Genesis. This game came with the cart, no manual, but like I said, it was included with 75 other games. He didn't know that this one was valuable. He just happened to have it. So that was a great one. Along with Phantasy Star 4. This one actually slides open, which is fucking awesome. Cartridge, mint condition. Manuals included with this one, which is actually good because this one's worth more than Phantasy Star 2 as far as the collecting is concerned. So those two alone, I would say I can sell on eBay. In this condition, I could sell these two probably for around $50 alone, just these two games. Maybe 60. I mean, maybe even more. I don't know. The other one that really caught my eye, that's awesome. I remember as a kid, Vector Man for the Genesis. This one also has a slide-out tray. The game's in mint condition, which is amazing, and it comes with the cart. Also a great plus. Moving right along, he also included this, which I mentioned before, which is the 32X crossover cable, which connects your 32X to your Sega Genesis and allows you to play the 32X. Without it, I don't think it'll work at all. Maybe it will without any sprites or characters, and we might just get background, I heard, but I never actually tested it. Anyway, he had no idea what this even was. He just knew it was part of a video game system, and he had it in there. Now, this cable alone is around 40 bucks off eBay, and there's only a select few sellers that have it, and it's not on eBay all the time. It comes up like once in a blue moon. So this alone I've been looking for forever. I wasn't willing to pay $50. I was thinking maybe I can build one because you can, but that's probably what I would have ended up doing, is just building one. But he had it. He had no idea what it was worth, so I took complete advantage of that. That's pretty much the only stuff I got from that crazy lot that I really want to show off. Like I said, a lot of the other stuff is all the Sonics, Mortal Kombat's, all that Streets of Rage stuff. I mean, I'm sure you all already seen videos of that, so I'll skip that. The other thing that I got, since I got my Sega CD to work by, like I said, bridging those two fuse connections, just temporarily until I replace the fuses, which I still haven't done, is Batman Returns for the Sega CD. I don't know if I showed this in my last video. I don't think I did, but either way, forgive me if I did. And I also picked up this, which I know I didn't show you guys, which is The Amazing Spider-Man vs. Kingpin for the Sega CD. This game didn't come with a manual. It did it's funny, it came with the first page of the manual, just to make it look like maybe the manual's in it, but in reality, there's no manual. It's just the front page. I knew that buying it. I got it for $9 off eBay, which is a great deal. The CD's in mint condition. There's not one scratch on that thing, so I'm happy about that. And then, like I said from my last video, I did purchase the Turbo Express. Now, after I got home, I played it for a while. Before I even say that, when I did buy it, I didn't have any games, so I didn't even know if it worked. I put batteries in it, turned on, but I didn't even know if it worked. So, a few days after I purchased it, I went and I found a game at my local store, which is this, Bloody Wolf, for the TurboGrafx 16. This game was recommended to me by the owner of the store, and he knows his shit more than anyone I know. So I took his word for it. I got it for 12 bucks. No case, no nothing, just the game. But that's what the games look like. I don't know if, maybe you guys have never seen one. It looks a lot like a hotel key card. Very thin. That's pretty much it. So I bought this. I popped it in when I got home. And what do you know? The system had one stuck pixel on the screen. Now, after I noticed it, I was kind of upset at first. I went online. I tried to do some research if I could fix it. I think I could, but I haven't tried yet. But I went online, I did some research, and what I heard was that it actually comes from the fact, since the way that it was manufactured, they actually, NEC, the company that makes it, actually made an announcement that, you might actually purchase this right from the get-go, and it might have some stuck or dead pixel fault. So it's not something that, happened from playing it. It very well could have just came from the factory like that. So for that reason, and that reason only, I accept it, and I'm not really too upset about it, because the Turbo Express was way ahead of its time, and I'm even fortunate enough to have one, so I'm glad about that. So again, it's Bloody Wolf, and then the last thing that I got, let me grab it. It's not big, but like I said, since I got the Turbo Express, I got the game. I was so happy. But it takes 6 AA batteries, so 6 AA batteries over a year is a shitload of money if you play it a lot. There's a lot of good games. So I actually found this at my local game store. I'm lucky enough to live by a really good retro game store. What this is an AC adapter for the Turbo Express. So with this, you can just simply plug it in the wall and not have to use any batteries, which is awesome. I picked that up for 20 bucks, which it came with the box, like you see, and it came with actually the manual, which is pretty cool. It's a little piece of paper, but still came with that, and it also came with the little cover for the wall prongs. So it's pretty minty, and it's dated from '91. So this thing is, pretty damn old, and it's in pretty good condition. Now, what I'm going to try to do is give you guys. Here's the Turbo Express. I'm going to try. I'm using my webcam on my laptop, but for about a minute, I'm going to try to just show you how this thing operates. So I'm going to pop in Bloody Wolf, and the game just goes simply in the back, like that. Clicks down, and you turn it on. So I'll plug it in. I'm just going to turn the lights off and try to get this on the laptop for you. Alright, forgive me if this just doesn't work. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. Right there, I got to try to hold it. This is like a Contra game. You just walk around, shoot up everybody. Yeah, this is very difficult. I'm just going to pause it here, but you guys get the idea. Alright, so that was basically all I wanted to show you guys. Sorry I couldn't really get much footage on the Turbo Express with my current laptop video ghetto setup, but that's pretty much it. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to show you real quick about the Turbo Express that's really cool, keep in mind this is from '91, it has, if you can see right before the video closes, there's a 1 and 2 button, and then there's a 1 and 2 switch here. So if you turn the switch for 1 and you hold the 1 there, then it'll just do auto fire, rapid fire, because they made a lot of space shooters and stuff for this system. So instead of going like this 50 million times, you could just hold it and it'll do it automatically. Same thing with this button. So that's a really cool feature. And also, there was an add-on for a television. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.